Let me show you my most favorite defense tool. It's my favorite because it is so versatile and handy, whether it's for everyday tasks, keeping us feeling safe, confident, prepared, as well as it's a fantastic defense tool from distance and up close and personal. So let me show you. So here is our 3 stun guns. You got the big one. See, that is 16 inches of reach, folks. You have, this is called the striking distance. We have the get a grip, which both of these have been around for a long time. And this one, and then we have our little one. Now this one's been around for about a year, year and a half. Hope I'm close in my timeline there. For our little keychain palm-sized stun gun. So let me start with the big one, and I'm going to work my way down. Okay, so I want to show you that all of our stun guns come with a disable pen. And of course, you can always upgrade your disable pen by, we have one that's called the Bling It Up. It's a bit blingy if you like something a little sparkly. And then we also have our Arm Candy, which is another great disable pen. Even if you don't have your tools on it, it's great to use as a disable pen because you know what? You're not gonna lose that. Not at all. You're gonna be able to find it easily in your purse. And it's just fun. Makes it easy to use. So here is, our striking distance. I love this one for home defense, and as well as camping and walking to the mailbox when you got vicious dogs in the neighborhood, because stun guns are a great deterrent for not only 2-legged critters, but the 4-legged critters. For example, I had a dog try to take out my husband a couple years ago. It's right at exactly 2 years ago now. And I knew it was a dangerous dog. He's gone after other people in the neighborhood. And I saw him peeking in our backyard. And so I went and got my stun gun, and it was my striking distance. And when my husband came home and tried to shoo him home, that dog turned around and he was gonna take my husband out. Now, as I finish my story, I want to give you a warning. If you have any pets on your lap, please remove them, okay? All right, so I was quite a ways away when I saw it happen, but I was prepared, and I did a couple warning shots. That rock. And that dog turned around and ran off. I didn't have to hurt the dog. I didn't even have to get close to the dog. Isn't that exactly how we want to protect people and ourselves from vicious animals? So yes, without having to harm the dog, just to scare him, that warning shot was all it took. And you know what? It's been 2 years and the dog still doesn't go in my yard. For the first year and a half, I thought they gave the dog away because I never saw him. And he goes around my yard now. Very effective. Okay, but it works for the 2-legged creepers. So a stun gun is great at a distance. Ready? So at a distance, just like a dog, as well as up close and personal. So I'll show you that with my smaller one. But here this one is, see these strips? So with this one, if the bad guy tries to get a hold of it and take it from you, he is going to get the shock of his life while you are lighting him up. Okay. Here is the Get a Grip. This is our next size down, which is still small. Kind of give you an idea how big it is. And let me show you the disable pen. Our stun guns come with disable pens because that is your safety. It's like your key. And that way, if somehow they manage to get this away from you, they are not going to use it on you. You have your disable pen, and hopefully on your disable pen, you have a Kubotan or some sort of self-defense tool to be able to fight. Because remember, plan A, plan B. Or pepper spray, whatever is your preferred second choice, or I should say Plan B, not second choice. They're great choices. I love them all. I carry them all every day. But, so Plan A, Plan B. There you go. So that is the disable, or the Get a Grip. And then we have our little ringer. So it is also palm sized. So let me give you a side-by-side view. Whoops, there we go. Can you guys see that okay? Here, let me kind of move. There we go. Okay, so the advantage of the Get a Grip, for one thing, they both come in gorgeous colors. You're gonna find a color that means that you love. Okay, this one's ergonomic. It's comfortable to carry. Because at events, both of these are my top sellers. I do not have, between the two, I do not have a number one. People love them both, and you would love either one. But this one is comfortable to hold, and I think that's what people notice. It's comfortable to hold, and my favorite part is that it's loud. So they're both loud, and they are both a great deterrent, but this one you can see it just a little bit more, and let me show you. Ready? Whoops, here we go. That's my favorite part of it, because that's a great deterrent at a distance. Bad guys, they're not going to go after you. You know what? Unless they're stupid. But then when they get close enough, then you can touch them. And okay, what happens? So let's say you do the deterrent. Back off. Remember your voice. Your voice is a fantastic self-defense tool. And your stance and your attitude and your face. Or use other choice words, because choice words are intimidating. There you go. See, will you want to walk into that? Okay, but let's say they do. What happens? Okay, so let's say my buddy Bob here decided to change his life and become bad. You're not bad, Bob, are you? As soon as if he grabs me or gets in reach, I can touch him anywhere. If you want to know the best spot is a large muscle. But sometimes, unless we practice a lot, so please practice if you can. But you know what? Sometimes that might not be available to us. Anywhere you touch will work. And it causes intense, incredible pain, muscle contraction, muscle weakness, and a big giant bruise that marks them for the police. So I love this. So at a distance is the warning shot. Up close and personal, when they got their arms around you and you just touch them anywhere you can. This tool is going to work. Do you want to know how well it'll work? A few years ago, a friend of mine got herself a stun gun. She was so excited, as well as a few other self-defense tools. So excited. Okay, her husband walked in, picked up her stun gun, and went, right on his thigh, through his jeans. Yes. He could not indicate, not because he couldn't talk yet, he could not indicate he was okay for 20 minutes. If he was a bad guy, he would not have been able to chase her. She would have had plenty of time to get away and call the police. That is how effective the stun guns are. They're a fantastic deterrent at a distance, and they're a fantastic deterrent up close and personal. That's why it's my favorite. So let me show you the little ringer. The little ringer will fit on your keychain. So you can put your keys on there if you wish. There you go. So let me show you. So they all come with that fantastic flashlight. All three of them do. And I tell you, this flashlight is a favorite in our family. My husband carries around a stun gun. I mean, he feels pretty confident, but he carries one around. And in case he ever needs a flashlight. And whenever we're needing a flashlight, let's say I need to go help him with the oil in the car, for example, it's the stun guns that are his go-to guide. Because even though we have some, or his go-to tool, because even though we've bought some really nice flashlights in the past, you can't beat the flashlight on this. So life habit for you. How else is this flashlight handy? Let me tell you one thing you may not think about. If you have other ideas, please put them down. So you might get points, but please put them down in the comments. Any other ideas, this flashlight will be handy for you. But here's one. You're walking to the car and it's dark and it's night. Not only does a flashlight make it easier to see, but easier to illuminate the corners and around the cars so that you know that there's nobody hiding. But you know what else? If someone is standing in the parking lot or somewhere near and they just see this flashlight, because they're not necessarily in the dark and be able to see you. Maybe they can, but they see the flashlight. What comes to mind when a person sees a flashlight in a parking lot flashing around? If you can put that in the comments too. You know what they think? Security guard or police officer. Do you think they're going to come after you if they think you are a person of authority who could put the hurt back on them? No. So right there, that is a life habit safety tip for you. So here you go. And this one, a lot of people really love this one because does it look like a stun gun? See, I love the Get a Grip because I like that it's obvious, but being obvious is not everybody's cup of tea. So some people want to be a little more subtle and make it just look like a really nice, high quality flashlight that fits easily in their palm of their hand, their pocket, or wherever they need to carry it. All right, so here's what it looks like. Here. Definitely does the job. There you go. What do you think, Bob? You're a good buddy. Okay, so that is the little ringer. So it's really up to you to decide what you like, what would fit your lifestyle and the lifestyle of those you want to give it to as a gift. Like, do you have a daughter going off to college, or a daughter in high school who's in sports or other activities who's going home through a parking lot at night? Scary stuff, because we know how bad sex trafficking is getting. It is now the big money maker for gangs. So we got to do whatever we can to protect our kids, right? And protect you, because you're important too. So here we go. I'll show you those two again. All right. If you have any questions, please ask. I would love to help. All right. Thank you, guys. In power.